Good morning and welcome back to the channel from another lovely sunny day in the nation's capital, London. So today, a little bit different. I'm actually not going to take any photographs whatsoever for this video. We're on our way to the Natural History Museum and we're there to see the Wildlife Photographer of the Year exhibition. So I thought it'd be quite a good opportunity for me to do a little bit of a review of whether it's something that other photographers should come and see, if it's worth spending your hard-earned cash to come down to London and to see the exhibition. We've also booked onto the BBC Wild exhibition this afternoon, so I'm going to bring you a little bit of a review from that as well. So come along for the journey and see what I see. So first top tip, and this is a real top tip, as we arrived the queue went all the way around the outside of the Natural History Museum. I reckon that queue is at least an hour if not longer. We pre-booked tickets, so straight to the front, no queue and straight in the building. Absolute result. So you have to head through the main entrance towards the back to get onto the Wildlife Photographer of the Year exhibition. It's a cool place. I can't believe I've not been here before. One of the things that we wanted to see while we were here was the new exhibition of the Titanosaur, but it would appear you needed to pre-book tickets for that and it has sold out. Also, what's absolutely incredible is all these exhibition birds that are with us now, birds that have been extinct for some time, but you certainly get to see some of the size of some of these birds. I mean, that's the griffin vulture that I photographed at Gauntlet. Probably didn't get this close to it though. So you come into different halls with all the different exhibitions all around. I found what's quite interesting is many of the images, or all the images, are actually backlit. So they've got a light that sits behind the image and allows you to view it probably very similar to you would view it on your screen. So we're currently in the amphibians and reptiles hall with all the images that fit into that category. I love this image of a plover chick. Absolutely incredible image, and what a moment to capture. So this shot, titled Sand Blown Dunlands, is definitely my kind of image. I love this. Absolutely sensational shot. So this is my favourite photograph of the entire collection this year. What a truly remarkable photograph. All shot using a drone, because let's be honest, there's no way on this earth you'd be stood in front of this house with a camera. You'd be on their dinner plate. All shot with a drone, and when you watch some of the video footage of him taking this and he's flying the drone in, the polar bears are actually following the drone as he's backing away. But to capture a moment when you've got a polar bear looking out of a window and another polar bear stood on the doorstep, you couldn't stage that shot better if you could speak to the animals and ask them to position themselves. What a truly remarkable image. What I love about this photograph is at first, when you first look at this picture, you only see these animals here, and they just look like they're running in the snow, and you think, yeah, it's an okay photograph. And it's only when you really study the picture do you see this here, the snow leopard that's chasing them. And that's what makes this photograph from a good photograph to an outstanding photograph. It really is a sublime image. So this is the winning image. The winning image of this year's Wildlife Photographer of the Year. The Big Buzz. What an incredible capture it is. So I find images like this really difficult to look at. This is American mink on a fur farm, and you can see these kits tightly packed into a little cage. And as difficult as these images are to look at, they're so important, because actually people don't realise the horrific conditions that animals are kept in just to provide the fur lining on hoods, on coats. I mean, for me that is just disgusting. Very, very powerful and very, very difficult image to look at. Another really, really powerful photograph. This mineral in the middle is coltan, and coltan is found in every single digital device that we have. It's what produces the screens on mobile phones, laptops. All these devices that have anything visual, including this GoPro that I'm filming on now, have coltan in them. And the rush for coltan, because of its high price, has led to what we can see around the outside here, which I can only imagine are the remains of chimpanzee or other animals that have been persecuted, destroyed in the race to extract this mineral. Another absolutely fantastic image. Just see the rear end of a giraffe going in between two concrete structures. I wonder whether the photographer was inspired by some of Nick Brandt's work, where he takes huge big prints of African wildlife and then places the print in an urban context to show the idea of the way in which people are encroaching onto the habitats of many of these wild animals. And pictures like this would certainly demonstrate and show that. So another one from Dimitri, using his drones to capture the polar bears. These photographs just leave me absolutely inspired and jaw-dropping. So that brings us to the end of the first part of this journey today. We've been in the Natural History Museum. We've seen the Wildlife Photographer of the Year exhibition. Would I see that again? Hands down, without a doubt, yes. It was incredibly inspirational. To be able to see those images up close, I mean, I buy the book every year, but to see them up close and in person in an exhibition in that way is truly inspirational. Would I recommend it to other wildlife photographers? Hands down, yeah. Get yourself here, get and have a look at the exhibition. If you want some inspiration to push you to get out there and take those photographs, it's definitely something to behold. So I hope you've enjoyed this part of the video. Stay tuned though, because we're on to the BBC Wild One exhibition this afternoon, and I'll give you a bit of a tour of that as well. So we're at the last of the things that we're going to do in London while we're here. This is the BBC Earth experience. Come along and let's see if it's worth all the hype. What?
In the Andes, the Earth's longest mountain range. Then there will be a future for planet Earth and for us all.
So we've just been through the BBC Earth experience. I would say it's probably the best way to describe it is like the most epic episode of any wildlife show you've ever seen, with David Attenborough narrating it. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So many different angles, so many different things. I mean, in essence, it is a television programme, but it's just shown at you in a very, very different way. And if you're down in London for the Wildlife Photographer of the Year exhibition, I would definitely recommend coming along to see this too. It's definitely something everybody should see. So I'm going to wrap the video up there. If you've enjoyed the video, give us a like. I know it's been a little bit of a different video than the normal one, but I just thought I couldn't come all this way and not share it with some of my subscribers. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed the Wildlife Photographer of the Year exhibition and the bits that I've shared with you for there, and then finishing it off with the one experience. If you've got any comments at all, or even suggestions of places that you might think I should visit in the future, please drop them in the comments below. And until next time, ta-ra.